If you have been wondering how to dry your curly or wavy hair super fast using a blow dryer without waiting for 4 to 5 hours for air drying your hair and still getting these gorgeous results, then this video is for you. So keep on watching.
Hey guys, this is Khushboo Singhvi and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm sharing a very special video with you all because a lot of time, a lot of efforts, a lot of jugars, a lot of experimentation and a lot of things have actually gone in this entire video, and I'm so happy and excited to share it with you all today, and I'm really hoping it's going to be super helpful for you all. I'm also sharing about a special giveaway in this video. I'll not tell you where, so go search. When you're watching, you'll get it. I can tell you now that what you will win in this giveaway, you're going to win a choice of your hair dryer with the diffuser attachment, and all the details you'll find in the video, so keep watching and see. So basically the reason of making this video is that, see, obviously there is a simple way of drying your curls, that is air drying them. By air drying I mean let it dry them naturally in the air or sit under the fan or something like that, and just let them naturally dry, take the course of time and dry. That is called air drying. Okay, now this method works great in summers, but then what happens in winters and in monsoons or time when you're running really late and you want to dry your hair really fast, that is when you need to use a hair dryer. So basically in this video we are discussing all the effective ways of using a blow dryer for your curly hair without spoiling them, without causing them harm, or without adding a lot of frizz to your hair. But at the same time, I just want to make one thing very clear. Irrespective of the diffusing technique or hack you are going to use, there will be some frizz in your hair. Diffusing does add little frizz to your hair as compared to your air dry results. Okay, I have tried multiple ways in these past few months. I've tried different diffusing techniques, different hacks, everything, but I've realized that so a certain amount of frizz will be added to your hair, so please be prepared for it. But I think till the time it's little frizz, it only adds to the volume, and plus you're saving so much of your time, and plus you don't want to get sick in winters, or sometimes you just want your hair to dry faster. So I think it's a great choice. So definitely I would highly recommend to keep diffusing or blow drying as an option when you need it. Otherwise you can obviously air dry your hair. Now let me quickly give you an idea about all the things that I will be sharing in this video. So I'll be sharing, the first thing is about hacks. If you already have a dryer at home, then I'll be sharing 4 different hacks which you can use with your existing dryer to dry your curly hair so quick. The second thing I'll be sharing is super affordable, budget-friendly yet effective dryers available in the Indian market with the diffuser attachment. I'll be sharing about all 3 of them in detail, also along with a demo. Now, how have I selected these 3 dryers? So I did a poll on my Instagram and I selected the 3 most commonly used ones. All of these 3 had 100 plus votes. So I've selected the top 3 and I'm sharing about those. And then I will obviously be sharing a demo on how to diffuse, and we'll be giving you a few tips on how you can minimize the frizz while you are diffusing your hair. So I really hope this is going to be super helpful for you all. Okay, so now let's finally get started with the video. Now the first question that actually comes in one person's mind is that why can I not use the dryer directly for my hair? Why do I need any other attachment or a diffuser? Or for even people who don't know what's a diffuser, I'll tell you in a short while. So the thing is, you cannot use this dryer directly on your hair. Even with the nozzle you cannot, because when you do it, what's going to happen is that the airflow is very strong, so it's obviously going to disturb your curl pattern. It's going to add a lot of extra frizz into your curls which you do not want, plus it's going to suck out on the moisture from your curls. So what you're going to do is, just like how you get those nozzles for it, you also get another attachment which looks something like this, and this is called a diffuser. Okay, now what does this do is, if you will see, there are small holes in here. So basically the air goes from here and then it spreads through these small holes. So basically it reduces that strong flow of air and it gives you air in a more controlled manner, so it's not hitting you directly. And secondly, you should always use your dryer on cold or maybe warm setting, on maybe lower medium air setting, so that your curls are not really getting disturbed. Now this is something you learn over time when you use a hair dryer for your hair. So this attachment basically just goes on like this on the dryer. So normally they come along with this dryer. I hope you understood what actually a diffuser is. Now some common things that you should know if you are planning to invest in a diffuser. First thing is you definitely need a lot of patience with it, especially if you want to minimize the frizz. You will need a lot of patience because diffusing makes the airflow slow, right? Hence it takes very long for your curls to dry. It's not going to happen super quick or super fast. So you can say that it's going to easily take around 1 hour or maybe a little more depending on your density, on your length and everything, to dry your hair completely. And in that 1 hour you're actually holding this thing in your hand, okay, which is normally a heavy dryer, 1 kg plus. So it's going to hurt you and plus you will need a lot of patience because you can't touch too much, you can't play with your hair a lot. So all of those things are there, so you have to be prepared to give it time. Okay, obviously there are things like, you can just 50% dry and then let it air dry or stuff like that to reduce the time and the pain and the efforts. You can definitely do that, but yeah, I just want you to be prepared about that. And the second thing, as I said even earlier, a little frizz is something that will be added to your hair irrespective of the technique or the diffuser you are using. So now let's get on to the main part of the video. So before I share the hacks, I'm going to share about the 3 different dryer with diffuser attachments which are available in the Indian market, are super affordable and are worth the money, and which actually work for your curly hair. Okay, so let's get started. So the 3 dryer diffusers that I will be talking about in this video are from Wall, Vega and from Agaro. Now all these 3 are in the range of 1500 to 2500. They all come with minimum 1-year warranty and they all work beautifully for people. This is something I can tell you after asking many people, after researching a lot about these products, after using them myself, at least 2 of them, and after a lot of feedback from different curlies. After that, I'm telling you this. So yes, the first one I'm talking about is the one from Wall. Okay, this is a Wall super dry hair dryer. Now this is not mine, but one of my very sweet curl friend Priyamvada, whose Instagram page is the Curly Gym Rat, which I'm going to put here, has been very kind, and she's given me this dryer of hers to try and experiment and shoot this video. Thank you so much Priyamvada for doing that. She also runs a herbal curly hair product page by the name of Kalyakesh, which I'm going to put here as well. You can go check it out. Yeah, so I have used this around 4 to 5 times now, and I've got a more or less idea about this. This dryer comes with various settings. This comes with 3 heat settings and 2 speed settings. With the 3 heat setting, you can set it as 0, which will give you cool air, then 1 will give you warm air, and 2 will give you hot air. When in the speed is medium speed or high speed, it also comes with a cool shot button. So this cool shot button can basically be used if you're using warm or hot air. Hot I wouldn't really recommend using for curly hair, but if you're using warm hair in between you feel it's kind of getting a little heaty, you can use the cool shot button and give it some cool air, so it's going to balance it out. But what I love about this, that you can use it on 0 heat, so it's going to only give you cold air, so you don't have to keep any cool shot button pressed for long for cold air, because cold air works the best for curly hair. Okay, cable which comes along is a 3-meter long cable, so it becomes very easy for you to use it. All the dryers I'm definitely going to put a link in the description, so you can go check it out with all the other details, model number and everything. Now this one comes with a 2-year warranty. The dimension of all the 3 dryers are almost the same with a very minute difference. I'll not go there. The weight, I will tell you, the weight of this one is 1.3 kg as written, 1.35 kg as written on their own website. But when I actually weighed it on my weighing scale, I have that small weighing scale, so with the diffuser and the entire wire, it was around 1.3 kgs. So yeah, so this is just to give you an idea of how heavy this is. So yeah, now let's quickly see a demo of this one.
So it's always a good idea to plop your hair to soak in all that excess water. Plop for around 10 to 12 minutes, and this will really cut on your diffusing time. Now some people also like to air dry for an hour or 2 and then go for diffusing. I prefer to diffuse soon after I remove the plop. Obviously we are using the Wall hair dryer here, and I wanted to show you the size of the diffuser against my palm so that you can compare with the rest of the diffusers we'll be using. I'll be using a mix of cold and warm air on the low speed setting, and let me just show you how it sounds. So I'll be using a mix of different techniques to dry my hair using a diffuser, and I figured out which way gives me minimal frizz. Here I'm using the hover technique, which basically means you need to keep your dryer around 2 to 3 inches away from the area you want to dry. And I highly recommend always start with your roots. Dry your roots first and then your length. This gives you the minimal frizz. I've learned this from Mains by Mel. I'll attach a video of her in the description. Please go check it out. It's such an helpful diffusing video. So always focus on one part first. Only when that part is completely dry, then flip your hair and go to the next part. Please do not flip your hair multiple times. It's only going to add to the frizz, okay? So focus on one area. It will take around 3 to 4 minutes for one part of your head to dry, and then you can flip over to a different part. The less you flip, the less frizz you're adding, because your hair is wet and you do not want to disturb them too much. All right, I've obviously increased the speed here, so do not go by the way I'm going here. So yeah, basically now I'm gonna flip and dry my whole scalp first, like basically the root area, and only once this is done, then I'm going to move to the hair length. Okay, so also while you're diffusing your hair, please wear a soft material like a satin or a t-shirt material, so that there is no extra frizz being added while you're drying your curls. Now at this stage my roots were around 60 to 70% dry. So do you see what I'm doing? I'm touching the diffuser to my scalp and I'm keeping it there for 30 to 40 seconds. The speed has been increased here, so please keep that in mind. So what is going to happen is it's going to help me drying the roots faster, and because the hair is like around 70% dry, it will not really going to add a lot of frizz even if I'm touching it, because they are already at a stable state now. They are not that wet, so this will help me in drying my roots much faster. Now I'm going to just flip my hair gently and I'm going to start diffusing my hair length. But before that, I'm just checking here if my roots were dry. Be very gentle and kind to your hair so that you're not adding any extra frizz to your curls. Alright, so you can see that the length is still wet, but my roots I felt were quite dry. So now I'm going to start diffusing my hair length in exactly similar fashion using the hover technique, that is holding the dryer around 2 to 3 inches away from my hair length. Again, dry one side. Once you have flipped to one side, ensure that you have dried that side completely. It might take you around 10 minutes or so to dry like on one side, or maybe more depending on your hair. And once you think your hair is dried to the consistency you want it to dry, only then flip it. Please do not keep on flipping your hair. All right, so yeah, once I've done on this side, I'm going to flip and I'm going to do the exact same on the other side as well. I'm not showing that part because I've just repeated the same on the other side. Once I'm done on both the sides, my hair is somewhere around 50 to 60% dry. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this technique. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm just taking my curls in the diffuser cup and then putting them on my scalp and holding it there for around a minute or so. Now this helps in much faster drying, but this also adds a lot of shrinkage and a lot of frizz to my hair if I do it from the starting. So I like to use the hover technique first. Once my hair is dry around 60-70%, then I don't mind using this, because then it doesn't disturb my curls as much, and this obviously speed up the process. So this is what I'm going to do for my entire hair length now when my hair is reached at a 60 to 70% dry stage. Also, I've been touching my hair a lot in this entire video while this whole drying process was going on. Maybe because I was recording the video and I was conscious and I was checking it again and again. But please don't do so. Touch your hair minimal if you want minimum frizz. So yeah, this was it. Here my hair is around 80% dry, I can say, and the rest I would let them air dry. It's up to you till how long you want to dry your hair. And these were my results from this particular wash day using this diffuser.
Okay, so now the second hair dryer we are talking about is the one from Vega. Now, my another girlfriend, that is Karishma Navlani, has been super sweet and kind enough to lend me her dryer to try, test and record this video. I'll put her Instagram ID also here. She's also a curly hair blogger. She also runs a thrift page. You can go check it out. So thank you so much, Karishma. So this is the one from Vega, and the name for this one is Vega Pro Expert. Okay, now this one comes with only two heat setting, that is medium heat and high heat, and it comes with two speeds, that is medium and high, and a cool short button here. Again, the dimensions are almost the same, but this is slightly lighter than the wall one. This weighs around 1.2 kgs. This is the diffuser attachment for this one. Okay, now this is, if you see, there is a slight difference between these two. If you see, this is closed from the center and this is open from the center. Okay, so this one gives a more relaxed airflow than as compared to this one, because this one is like completely open here. I don't know if you can make out, but see, these holes are like open, wherein in the wall one this is closed here, and this is a little deeper as compared to this one. This is not deep enough. Okay, slight design differences will be there. So I personally feel that if you have a fine hair curly, like if you have with very fine hair, a design like this will work better for you, because the lesser the airflow, the lesser the frizz your hair will get, because fine hair is very prone to getting frizz. But if you have thick hair, you can use any of these. It's not really a huge concern. Again, this also comes with a 3-meter long cable. This comes with a 1-year warranty from the brand itself. Now, the only thing that I felt here is that there is no cold air setting, okay? There is only two heat settings, warm and hot, okay? So there is no cool air setting. So when you want cold air, you have to keep the cool short button pressed, which is a little pain, you know, when you're drying your hair, especially when it's taking so long to dry. But there is another model from Vega. I'm going to put the name and the details here with the picture so that you know what I'm talking about. I've used this one as well because one of my cousins have this. I don't have it with me right now. This one comes with a cool button setting, so I would highly recommend that if you are looking to dry your hair with the cold air setting, this is the one you should go for, because this one have a setting wherein you can put it on cold air. Anyway, I'm going to link both of these retail for around 2000 rupees more or less here and there, and all of these can definitely be found cheaper when the Amazon sales are going on, or the Nika sale, or whichever sale is running. You can check it on that website at that time. You can definitely find them a little cheaper in price.
So now let's quickly see a demo of the Vega hair dryer. Obviously, I won't be showing you the whole process because I've already shown you more or less how I diffuse, but I will be telling a few things here, especially the differences between the Vega and the wall one, and few more things which I want you all to know if you're diffusing your hair. So the first thing is about the size of the diffuser attachment. If you can see, it's a little smaller than the wall one, and it's not as deep as the wall one also. So obviously pixie diffusing will not be as easy as it was in the wall one. Another thing that I feel is okay, before that, if you want to listen how it sounds, let's just hear that quickly. Okay, so the another difference I've seen here is in the airflow. The Vega one has a little stronger airflow than the wall one, especially on the low setting. On the high setting, both of them feels approximately the same to me, but the low setting of the wall one is better, but the Vega one is a little strong. So if you're a fine hair curly, you'll preferably want to diffuse your hair with the wall one, because a very high airflow can actually disrupt your curl pattern and add more frizz. But if you have thick hair, then I don't think you have to worry about. In fact, in that case, Vega will be a better choice because it's gonna dry your hair faster. So yeah, this you have to decide according to your hair type. Another thing is that when you do pixie diffusing, obviously you can get more definition and there will be more shrinkage. So if you're somebody who's looking for more shrinkage, then maybe you can do this, that what I'm doing right now, that's called the hover technique, for 30 to 40% or a little more, and then you can start with pixie diffusing, which I started after 60 to 70% because I personally do not like a lot of shrinkage. Plus I feel that pixie diffusing add more frizz to my hair. So this is something you'll have to try and see, only then you will know. What I'm doing here now is basically is what is pixie diffusing, which I thought was easier with the wall hair dryer because of the depth that it had. Not that it was very difficult in Vega, but there was a slight difference. So yeah, so here what I did different was, after my hair was around 70% dry, I took a break of 10 to 15 minutes and then I started to dry again. So you can see my hair is gone a little dry in those 15-20 minutes, and now I'm gonna continue diffusing, and this time I dried my hair till 100% with the diffuser. So yeah, giving it a little break in between is good for your hands, and a little hair also dries with the air around. So if you want, you can do this as well, and you can actually decide how much time you have in hand, accordingly use your diffuser. If you want to dry your hair to 100% using your diffuser, and if you are doing it on cool or warm setting, it will definitely take you around 40 minutes to completely dry your hair. Little more here and there depending on your hair type and many other things like the weather conditions where you're living. So yeah, here my hair was almost 100% dry, and guys, the good thing is that diffusing gives you an amazing cast. And these were my results from this particular wash day using this diffuser.
Okay, now let's move on to the third hair dryer, that is from Agaro. Now this one, I don't have it with me right now to show it to you. Again, I have used it in the past, but only once, because the person who I took it from, I was in Goa, I was back in Goa, I'm in Jaipur at the moment. And when I tried it, I thought I'll get it again for the shoot, but then I shot this video in Jaipur, so I could not get it. And I could not find anyone in Jaipur who had an Agaro hair dryer. But again, my very sweet girlfriend, Ashita, that curly Malayali, I'll put her ID here, has been sweet and kind enough to shoot a video and send it to me. So let me just put it here and explain it to you. Now this one also comes with 3 heat settings, as you can see here. 1-0, which is like a cold air setting, then a warm air setting, and then a hot air setting. And it also comes with 2 speeds like all the other hair dryers. This also have a cool short button. The diffuser again looks something like this. The size of all the three diffusers is almost the same. I think the wall one is the biggest, and the Vega one and the Agaro one is like almost the same if you compare it across on your palm. Yeah, again, the dimensions of this is also almost the same like the other two, but this one is the lightest in the weight. It is 1.1 kg, so like again 100 grams less. Not a huge difference in the weight, but yeah, it is lighter. The Agaro one, the cable that you get along is only 2 meters, it's not 3 meters. So what I did was, because I wanted to give it a fair chance and explain it to you guys, I did speak to around 18 people on Instagram who use this Agaro hair dryer. I had put a story that if you're interested to help me for 3 to 5 minutes, please get back on this. And so I did get a lot of people. I selected a few and I took a feedback from them, and according to that, what I've realized is that Agaro also works in a very similar fashion like Wall and Vega. A lot of people also felt that the airflow, even it has got only 2 airflow speeds, and the airflow even on the minimum setting was a little strong. Some people love this, some people don't, so again, it is subjective. About the heating issue, a few people have faced a little heating in the Agaro hair dryer, but not a lot. But with Vega and Wall, I did not face any heating issue. Even with Agaro, not everybody has faced heating issue, but few people have. Now, many people that I spoke to who have fine hair, they did feel that the airflow was a little strong, and they would have preferred a little slower airflow. So I think for that, Wall will be a better choice. Yeah, the thick hair curlies do not face to have any problem with Agaro. They say it just works fine. Agaro also comes with a 1-year warranty. So this was it about all these 3 hair dryers and diffusers. I really hope it was helpful and you could understand. If not, please put your queries in the comments below, asking me about anything that you have. Also about the giveaway, so I've decided to give away one hair dryer of your choice. You can choose any one out of these 3 hair dryers and put it in the comments below which hair dryer you want to win and why. What did you learn from this video and why did you choose that particular hair dryer? Also, you need to of course subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. And after that, so after you put a comment here on this video and you subscribe to my YouTube channel, come say hi to me in my DM on my Instagram and send me a DM and send me a screenshot if you subscribed to my YouTube channel. So that now, I don't know, it's very complicated. This is the first time ever I'm hosting a giveaway on the YouTube channel, so I don't know how will it work out, but I'm hoping for the best. Hopefully I will be able to understand everything. So 3 things that you have to do is comment on this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then come say hi to me on Instagram, follow me there and send me a screenshot in the DM of you subscribed to my YouTube channel. So yeah, now let's get to the hacks that you can use to dry your hair if you already have your hair dryer and you do not wish to buy a new one. And yeah, so let's start with the hack number 1. So the hack number 1 is using this. Now this is basically a strainer that you use in your kitchen, okay? Possibly get a one with a finer mesh. This is a little big holes, whatever you call them. It's a little broad mesh, so even get one with finer than this one. So if possible, get a mesh like this. So see if you already have one in your kitchen, the metal one, okay? And you need to have a hair dryer in your house which have a cold air setting, or at least a warm air setting if not cold. What you need to do is, suppose when you're drying your roots, okay, you simply need to put this on your head and use this and dry your roots, okay, at different spots. Now be very careful, do not move out of this area. Suppose when you're doing it here, do not move here and here, because you'll end up spoiling your curls in the other region, okay, where the mesh is not there. So once you're done with your roots and when you are drying your length, again put your hair inside this and then dry it, okay? So it's easy and it's simple. You can definitely use this. I had used this at least 2 years back. This was shared by Lulu. I'll put her Instagram page here. She's an amazing curly hair blogger. So she had shared this hack, I think almost 2 years back. I'd seen it when I was still very new on my journey, and that is when I used this hack. Now let's move on to our second hack. Second hack is something I normally try when I'm on my holidays. So what I do is, so the hotels normally have a hair dryer, right? So what I do is I just wear my satin bonnet. Like even if my hair is left, to dry my scalp first, I just wear my bonnet here and I go with the cold air setting over my head, and after that I put all my hair in the bonnet and I do the same, okay? This cannot dry your hair completely, but it will at least dry your hair to 50%, and it does not add a lot of frizz, okay? I think it's a great hack when you're on holidays. You can definitely try this. You can even try it at home if you wish to, but yeah, so this is the second way of drying your hair. The third way, the third thing is, if you already have your hair dryer and you do not wish to invest in another one, you can only buy the diffuser attachment from the market. So you also get only diffuser attachments. Just see the size, the diameter of the nozzle of your existing hair dryer, and see the size of this online available. If it fits, just order it and put it on your cost anywhere between 200 to 400 rupees. You even get the silicone ones, those are a little expensive, I believe, but yeah, you can always buy only a diffuser from the market and use it with your existing hair dryer. All right. And the last hack which I've learned very recently, and that is what I used for these hair, this is what I dried my hair with and it gave me these results. And that hack is something I learned from Deepika, that is Desi Curly. I'm going to attach her channel name also here and in the description. So what she suggests is that you keep the dryer at least a meter or a little more away from your hair, put it on the highest heat and the highest airflow setting, and then just sit across and let your hair dry. Now this is an amazing hack, and I'll tell you why. Because you do not need to hold the dryer. There are no efforts. You can work, just keep your dryer 1 meter or a little more away. You can keep doing your work. You can, you're not, your time is not getting wasted, neither are you holding anything, so it's so light and your hair is drying, and they dry beautifully. Again, this method also, like every other method, adds little frizz to your hair, but not a lot of frizz. It's just like diffusing that amount of frizz, or maybe a little less, I can say, and it works so beautifully. In 20 minutes your hair is like dry. Okay, so these are some amazing hacks that you can definitely use if you are learning how to dry your hair super fast.
Guys, there obviously are many other options available in the Indian market, but I obviously have included the one which were loved by many and also were in a good budget. So these were two another common ones suggested. One was Babyliss and Georgia. The reason I didn't include these because they had very mixed reviews, plus they were on the higher side, and secondly, I really did not like the diffuser design. But any which way, I'll add them in the description in case you wish to buy these. Also, there are many hair dryers with diffuser attachment available in the market which are really cheap, like around 1000 rupees, like this Nova one, this Philips, Havells, there are many. But the thing is that these are very low power ones and they take very, very long to diffuse your hair. And diffusing already is a long process, and this will just, double up your time. So I do not really suggest these, but I will still add them in case you wish to check.
And yeah, that is it for this video. I so really hope that you find this video helpful, and it's going to help you invest in the right diffuser, or maybe not invest in one and use your existing one. And it's going to also help you understand what is right and not right, and how to dry your hair with minimal frizz. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Anything else, please comment below.